Ay, Mikey. Pues di ba lang kinita ni? Hindi
The next label play. The next label play.
I think the offlane combination just seems so much stronger in this game. Like core Earthshaker, people have hero that a lot stronger was absolutely dumpster a couple games with it, and I think that they're gonna have a much easier time just scaling throughout the game. The Weaver's gonna feel a lot better because now you actually have this Thompson hero that can kill stuff, not just hit creeps with the Mage Slayer.
I mean, and you were sort of talking in the draft when 33's Timber was picked up, and you were saying sort of how scary that kind of was. Yeah, do you think that the fact that they do get this Ember last, that sort of puts OG in a position where as a team that they can deal with the 33 Timber?
I would say for the first 10-15 minutes of this game, maybe not, but you can expect Thompson to at some point have a Vessel.
Yeah.
And I think that they're able to play around him fast enough. Unlike a Huskar, Timbersaw might scare you, but it doesn't really threaten Roche, and it isn't as scary in terms of the tower pressure. So we'll see, but I really just think that the big difference maker is that Thompson is on a hero that can actually make plays in that early to mid phase.
Thompson. Start poking at 9 a bit. 9. Both teams are out. Some early action here, but quite get the setup that they hope for.
The battle begins.
Ivan. Try and roll away. They are going to be able to put a stop to that. Damaging on top of Ivan, but chase him out. Tundra's starting with Skeeter up top, the backup. Viva. 33 B. Bottom. In the river. Butter. Saxa have caught him here with the battery, so they're going to have enough damage to take it down. Saxa's going for it. Jumping over the earth to slow down Saxa. Butter turns for slow. Oh, Butter right click he can. Saxa will get the kill. No tell. Will die in return. But OG, they got the first blood that they were looking for.
Yeah, we take those, but more importantly, Seb got 3 denies and the last hit's top. Like, that's huge. That's so much XP now taken away from 3 heroes. Mid lane also, just to note, Thompson went for this Blightstone build that I think he was actually the first one to innovate with. Puck is a 1 armor hero, so you actually start to do some pretty significant harass to 9 as this lane progresses.
Sort of overall with these matchups, okay, yeah. Down to the bottom lane. He does not want to play into these two of OG.
No, the trouble is you don't really want Weaver either, and there's nothing that would stop OG from just rotating both support spot. So yeah, we'll see how this plays out, but I'm not a huge fan of it personally, but I really do like what OG is doing. When you're against 2 more active supports, Red Spirit, he doesn't want to sit in this lane, he wants to rotate, he wants to make stuff happen around the map, and they're forcing the supports to play together due to this lane.
Turn up to the top. So because you feel left in this 1v1, mid one should be able to make sure that life isn't easy for. Oh yeah, he's going to swap. Okay, he's going to swap. Mid one's going to go top, and they're going to do as you say. They're going to have that opportunity to keep the pressure moved into Seb. He's going to down after he finished again.
It's indeed the case. I'm not sure about this, to be honest. I figured they want the Weaver against the Ursa. I would have thought they might maybe just move the supports, but they just want a tri-lane. That's a very dead CM.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Tell.
The next label play.
Get us out.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
He's able
attack.
to take that away from them. Yeah, often to have the lanes like this. We're up here, I guess this chance to play aggressive with the supports. Supports do stay up here. We'll see Saxa now join one step down bottom. Settled with Skeeter being backed up by Fud. Dual in
Dire's middle
bottom.
tower
Now we see him CS in the mid. 2 on 9, 14. Close at the moment between heroes. And,
God, okay.
Nine's having to make the walk back to base. Making this walk back to base still short of the money for his bowl. So this is
You can see, so it'll be the puck going to earn, it appears. We've seen often. So he bought a ring of protection, but he hadn't started with it in lane. And it's just straight up too much harass from Thompson. He gets slight, he gets chains off, walks, hits puck once. That's half his HP. And you just can't sustain through that. Also, realize why they want Seb up against Ursa. He gets a camp and the double hero with the spirit, and then actually runs at Skeeter, who is forced to run away because he gets like plus 110 damage. There's probably no other melee hero in the game that can do that to the bear.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, absolutely. Be able to get damage quicker than the Ursa can build up those early levels of white skin.
Oh, unfortunately for Thompson, he doesn't get the rune. It spawns top. Lucky day 9, because if that was a free rune for Thompson, that would have been very spooky. Instead, he will not have the mana to continue harassing too hard. But again, just really love how Thompson plays this mid lane. His itemization, even this early, always just seems to make sense. Early raindrops, start with Blightstone. Yeah, you're just so strong in this lane, and 9 can't really go anywhere. There's nowhere to gank. It's too early for that anyway. They will get socks on the side. Both supports rotated for that.
Skeeter is going to turn for Seb. Seb, he's got the stick charges. Have they got anything else to catch him? They're rolling in. Seb's having to juke to the side, but that'll give the chance for Skeeter to get the 2 final punches in. I mean, Seb, he went fully aggressive there. I guess that's the thing. He's got to be careful how he pushes it. Like, he ran Skeeter down the lane from pretty much full HP to 10%. But during that time, of course, Skeeter just sort of kiting, getting stacks built up to the point that, you know, when Seb loses that buff and can't quite finish off the kill, then it's the Bears' time to turn.
Because if I'm an OG fan though, I don't know if I'm nervous yet. You know, the top 3 CS all OG, only Thompson. He's level 6. He's on his signature Ember Spirit, and he can actually kill enemy heroes. That was the big problem they had against Liquid, is that Thompson was kind of just pushed into this, I guess I'll shove lanes until I die position. Whereas now, he's going to be the guy making moves. Even this Timbersaw up top is at risk when he has enough levels. He'll go for, it looks like the Orb of Corruption, full wand. I like that a lot from Thompson. Again, just staying active. Unfortunately, he won't have the ability to take any bounty runes, so. But it doesn't matter, you're Ember, you're 6. Just TP back.
Power rune. Can get Remnant in position, should have a good chance of during this against 9. 9 is about to hit the 6 though. Thompson already out. Hoping for a spawn down bottom he is. Let's see if he gets lucky. And he's not 9. He's going to be able to grab it again.
Never lucky.
For the puck. I mean, yeah, and that's a big one. Either of these heroes getting one of those when they're 6, there's huge aggressive potential.
And Catapult Wave too. Thompson's really going to be cautious here. Yeah, okay, so the Earth Spirit left, so he's going to be fine, but I thought 9 was just going to pop coil in the second to the Arcane Rune up.
What on Seb again. Rhythm able to chase him down. This is, you know, for the power that Seb did have early in this lane, punching into Skeeter, giving away a couple of lives to the safe lane Ursa. That's pretty spooky. Skeeter's gonna be on track for a boosted timing on the Battle Fury.
Yep, I like the build quite a bit. You know, you've got the benefit of the CM aura, so he's gonna actually put 3 points Earth Shock, only 2 in the Fury swipes, but it allows him to just keep up with Seb and remove that move speed advantage. So even without Orb of Venom, he can stick to him like glue. The danger of the clock support, right? Like, we haven't really seen this hero have too much success unless you can get kills in the early game. When you get under leveled like this and you can no longer duel the enemy supports, things get tough. And unfortunately for OG up top, that's a Timbersaw. So you're not really getting ahead on your Weaver too much. Okay, another kill bot.
Get away this time. No.
Oh my god, Seb.
The just jumps over at Seb. He wants the kill. I mean, it's a lot of damage, and he'll do it. He'll be able to bring down Fodder in return. Seb able to get a trade here for the loss of his clockwork. It's just another kill for Skeeter. Skeeter just getting all of the action here.
Plus 183 damage on Seb. That was nuts. Okay, but yeah, the top lane, we haven't even talked about it because they're just trading farm, but that's 2-on-1. Comparatively bottom, they are really able to shut down Seb a bit more efficiently, but definitely a more even game than that first of the tiebreaker. Soxa maybe making a move mid on these power runes.
Change. Stop 9 from being able to all that. He's going to drop the coil to secure the rune, and that'll do the job. So again, getting the 3rd power rune. of this game. See if he can get out of this. Oh, that was cute. That was very nice. As down one second down, but yeah, mid-9. Okay, he does still end up falling. But a nice little short jump from his orb there did cause OG to overshoot the mark with Remnant Chase. Obviously did manage at the end of the day. He still goes down. Of course, down bottom. Another death on Seb. I mean, you know, dude, this Ursa, he's 4-0-1. This Ursa could not be having a better start to the game.
Location.
And you got to, this is the lane, right? The OG, they forced against him. They were following him around the map. They wanted Seb to lane into this. Seb has given up quite a lot to Skeeter in this early game.
Yeah, that was why it was a bit confusing to me. And I suppose they think that he'll be doing better than the Weaver, or maybe it's that up top against Timber, he wouldn't have much effect at all. But it is giving Skeeter a pretty free game. And they kind of left him isolated, right? Like, they didn't bring the Wisp down here, which is what I expected. And instead, No-Tail's just been kind of holding Mid-1's hand as he trades farm 2-on-1. And he is quite far. I mean, Maelstrom is up. Yeah. So you have to be a little more concerned now, even as 3-3. He does have that first item hood. I like the decision here. It's pretty much always the right item for a Timbersaw. And Thompson, like, this just such a wild build. You know, max chains, no points, flame guard, just full on aggression. Look for him to start moving around the map once he gets those phase boots up and running.
And he runs by, but he's able to start things on. Staxer, he's come across, try and do something around these 10-minute bounties. See if he can get out of this one. As he's trying to run, Thompson's coming over from the side. And now with Mid-1 and No-Tail here, OG's really bringing the fight in. As they turn towards Biver tries to roll away, but they catch him with the Shikushi damage. They'll get the kill, and they'll push Tundra back away from this bounty ring. Still though, that gives the space for 33 to take the one in the river.
Oh, wow. Thompson now gets double rune and the DD. He's unstoppable now. Wherever Thompson goes, they will find kills. Is relocate up? Very soon. OG, their tempo is going to start to get real dicey here for Tundra.
Biver, he's actually rolling in on Thompson. He's got the silence. He's got the three of them. Can they burn through Thompson? Thompson's getting low. He's going to be okay. Staxer comes in with the cog. Pushes back any further attempts onto the Ember. They got actually over the hook shot. They're going to try for 9 with a hook shot, but they won't be able to get the kill. Maybe with a sleight of fist, they find 9's up to the side, but Staxer's gone. Thompson, he's jumping over the Remnant. They really want this puck. Can they get him? He's able to dodge the sleight yet again. He's off to the side. They won't kill him. 9's going to be able to get out as Staxer loses his life, and OG not able to find anything in return, even with that relocate coming in from No-Tail.
9's pulse has got to be racing. He's playing so well. Like, he should be dead 7 times, and he juked out both the sleight and chains there twice. That is nuts.
He's having a good time here. Doesn't feed his life away from Thompson. And, you know, as you say, you know, Thompson, this aggressive Ember Spirit play with this slight change build, he wants to be getting these kills, and 9's making sure that he doesn't feed away too many.
So some interesting status in the bottom lane. Skeeter is closing on the Battle Fury, 400 gold away. BT upset, he's going Midas. So not only did he have a bad start, but he's really not stronger in lane because of this decision. Coil ready, they're looking for a kill. They're gonna find it.
They're gonna be able to set up onto him, and it's gonna be more glory for Skeeter in this game. Thompson swinging across. Can Thompson do anything about this bear? The slide chains out to him, but he can't commit. With the enrage available for Skeeter, it's much too spooky of a kill for him to go for. Staxer's still around. Skeeter wants to turn for him. Biver is going to have the chase. As they're coming in with the orb. 9. Got no coil, of course, still. But they won't be able to trap him. Staxer gets away. Thompson's still ready to go back in. He's got a haste. He's in with the slide chains on the three of them. Thompson towards Fighter. Just holds the ground with the ult, but Staxer able to put a stop to him with the hook shot. Skeeter trying to find a target to jump in onto. Thompson remnanting out to safety. Doesn't want to stand anywhere near the bear. They'll get farther, but they won't get anything else. The rest back off. Mid lane 33, really putting the pressure in onto this tier 1 tower. Use the time that to keep himself healthy. Pressure's really building up in Tundra. With this creep wave, that'll be it done. So you're going to see a 12-minute Treads Battle Fury on Skeeter. That's going to be timing that he'll be very happy with. Thompson, going to find Biver in the trees.
It's under attack.
Biver here with the 4 of them, OG. Catch Fodder on 9 underneath the tower. 33 is around.
Just ignoring them.
running straight past him. Chains onto 9-9. Number 1 charges. 9, he's out with the orb. He's taken out. They get the final bit of burst. Mid one comes in, finds a Maelstrom proc. They'll finally manage to kill off this pug, and they'll also catch Vasa.
They're just running around 3-3. Like they're just ignoring him completely as they hunt the heroes in the back lines. Like this, OG fixed the flaw from that first draft. They recognized, look, it wasn't the Wisp Weaver that was the issue. It was that Thompson couldn't play the way he needed to for us to activate the rest of our draft. Doesn't matter that they were a little behind in net worth. They're just running at the enemy, and this is the OG that we know and love. This is how they win games. Tundra, though, you're still fine, right? Like, Skeeter has got Battle Fury. You know, in theory, this is going as planned, but the trouble is OG is just applying so much pressure around the map. Even 3-3 now at risk.
Let's see if they can get it. Got the hood, he's out with the chain. They'll be straight into the chains of Thompson, as there's a lot of damage, but 33, he's able to find another angle to get out. Viper's there on the high ground, ready to give him some extra bit of backup. OG, they can't come in for this kill, as Skeeter will actually be able to pick up No-Tail there on the return.
Okay, maybe we go back to ignoring 3-3.
He's not an easy kill at all. He really isn't. Yeah.
If they hit the Earth Splitter, maybe that had a chance, but you know, you're just gonna Timber Chain out of that, so even the clock isn't enough to keep him in place. But mid one is enormous, and I love this decision. Look at what's queued up, the Scotty. You know, you don't actually need a vessel because of the minus healing that'll give you. That's enough to really try and break down this Timber Saw. And it also gives him the HP pool to just play really aggressive, and not to mention, you're also able to then kite the Ursa quite effectively.
What about the Ursa Skeeter? The Alpha Knight will find the one tower shot. In the mid one to No-Tail, putting as much pressure on as they can as 33 tries to get them off it.
This is so funny, man. They're just ignoring each other. Well, I guess 3-3 is doing his best, but OG, they learned their lesson. I don't expect to see him targeted again, at least until like the 20-30 minute mark. Thompson.
They're going to drop the Dream Core down onto him. Stacks comes in with a hook shot first through the Crystal Main. Skeeter's coming in with the range into further silence. Locks down Thompson. Skeeter's going to be able to pick up one. Get another one from this to sleep. Holding him back for now. Steph trying to come in now with the punches. Skeeter, he's thinking about turning. Just have to take the bugs off him. There's a lot of damage here from mid one Steph and No-Tail Steph. Stomp off in time. Holds 33 in position. Skeeter trying to jump forward again onto mid one. Mid one still has a time lapse available. Skeeter, he's got no enrage. So mid one, you want to dive this. Skeeter getting low. Mid one's going to want to try and find this, and he's able to get it. Goes in with a Scoochie, takes down Skeeter. He's also going to be able to pick up Viper as well. Double kill for mid one.
This is the Wisp Weaver we saw earlier in the group stage, Owen. Like this is when it gets real spooky. You know, look at the item. Maelstrom SNY plus 2,300 gold this early in the game. Oh, 3-3 just getting the TP off in time. Doesn't matter that Thompson dies. Like that just buys them so much space. Skeeter popped his ulti early for the burst to guarantee he could get the Ember kill. The trouble is then at the end there, now that they know he doesn't have the defensive tool available, the Weaver just runs circles around him and eventually takes him down. So OG starting to build up a pretty commanding lead, because trouble is, well, that right there, Fada is just effectively a 6th range creep for the hero, for the team rather. And how do you kill this Weaver? Where's the lockdown?
Yeah, they've got to coordinate it perfectly with 9 having that coil for him every time and follow-up silences.
The support duo just dies. That's the trouble. I mean, BSJ, our noted carry expert, like he is never going to be picking an Ursa into a Weaver for this reason, because until you have that, you know, you just don't touch him.
Fine Saxa.
Roche, maybe?
Soon to have his blink, but yeah, these timings are going to be very important. If he's able to get to the point where he has like the blink, BKB, Basher, Abyssal, then that's going to be the solid way to have a chance of locking down onto mid one. But at that point, yeah, if OGs continues as they are, he might have just taken away the whole map away from Tundra.
It's so hard to play this now. The trouble with Timber, like we saw the strengths. He doesn't die, pushes that tower early, dominates a lane, even though it's 1v2, I suppose trades. The trouble is now you're not scaling as well as these other cores are, and you don't really have a place on the map. You can't kill things. You got a Yules now, so it's nice to have a little bit of control, but you're just a creep hitter. And OG are just running around the map, farming creeps faster than you are. Bottom lane, they're going in. Oh, Ole.
Easily out of there. We're in the river.
Reload.
Gonna try for 33, see if they can do him whilst he's completely alone. And with the chain control, they will. They're able to bring down even the tanky boy now. 33 out of the game. More glory for mid one. 7-0-3. Having the, as you said, just the Weaver game that the OG draft for when they open with the. Down towards the bottom, but the call by the chains. He tries to roll out and will lose Saxa. OG might not be done here. Does Thompson want to dive in for this? He's got Mid1 wrapping around from the side. He does. Remnant in deep. Thompson is ready to go for. Oh, he's looking towards Skeeter. Mid1 starting to. The point of the Skeeter. Skeeter does it. They silence. What? He just turns and they both die.
Oh my god, what?
Death for 626 gold for Skeeter.
That was the only possible way. I hope we can have a replay that, because that was nuts. 9 is perfectly positioned, just hiding in the trees. There's like no hope for them in this fight unless they can do exactly that.
Dream coil and silence, and that's enough there for Skeeter to take down Mid1. No chance of any escape. And Mid1, you know, knocked down a bit there by that kill. Skeeter, and that's going to give Skeeter a good burst towards what will end up being quite a bit quick beat after the blink.
Yeah, that was. They needed that. Like, there's actually no way to kill Weaver
unless he does that.
Literally that. Like, blow everything. You have a 3-second window, and importantly, that coil silence got the wisp of no tail as well.
Yeah.
Tops and Yules, nothing crazy up. But like that equalizes the game a bit. Suddenly, Skeeter's possibly going to be getting to that point where you can't kill the Weaver just yet, but you'll have a Blink BKB at a decent timing. Now you can hunt pretty much everybody else, and then the Bastard changes things. Hold up, reel up.
It's going for it. It's up the relocate. Thompson is coming in. But they've already locked Sags. Skeeter's able to point out. They get the sleep in. Have they got enough burst out to take Skeeter down? And Skeeter's trying to focus for the kill. Whoa! Set there with the splitter. Tears him apart. As that's the Ursa down, and now OG, they can get back on with the cleanup.
Yeah, they initiated on the puck. 9 barely survives there, but once he's out, like there's no way you deal enough damage as Tundra unless you get the hundreds of zeros. The trouble is the sustained damage isn't there. You need to burst heroes, or they will just reset, survive, and then you're just going to get slaughtered. Weaver is going to be running circles around you. This like chain spam starts to add up. Scotty now complete on Mid1. He's level 15. Oh, and he has a Scott. It's 20 minutes into the game. He's gonna have Scotty. 3 items complete.
Still has to be careful of that combo. Now we'll have to obviously be a little less careful when he has the Aegis. Then he's not going to care too much if they do manage to pop in like that with 1 round of ults. 33's in. Trying to draw them away from finishing the Roche. It's going to work. They're going to turn towards 33 instead. Go by the wall. They're going to get the dream down on the wall. They're going to get the silence full up. They've got Mid1. Mid1's going to go down. They've got the control as well. Onto Thompson. Thompson's all in and Hotel's gone. 9. Perfect jump. 4-man coil into the silence. OG, they weren't ready for that one bit.
Oh my god.
And now they're going to get Roche. Now they're getting Roche. The silver platter on grade up. It's theirs. That's the Aegis. BKB is going to be on the way up for Skeeter. A second time where Tundra, they're able to blow up the Weaver. And in this fight, much more than just the Weaver alone.
I mean, everything done right there. I mean, pre-W, pre-overpower from Skeeter Ursa. He goes in, pops and raids, all the attacks, gets it up again. 3-3 doing his job, just running the bait. Nothing to see here, guys. It's just me. Don't worry about anybody else. Here comes 9 in vision. Like, they just clump up for it. It's a 4-man coil. And Skeeter, with the overpower ready, he pops in rage immediately, and then he's going to cast again to be sure to finish off that Weaver before he can get the ultimate off. But yeah, like, OG, wake up, guys. You need this win. What's going on?
Yeah, that's Tundra definitely coming in with the cleaner moves. No doubt about it. Even with OG having the start that they have, of course, the game is even, but it's just the way that Tundra's being able to find these opportunities to take these fights. You don't sort of see teams every day sort of line themselves up for that perfect of a combo in these situations where there's Skeeter in these fights done with the cleave at the Battle Fury. OG is standing so close to one another. We're seeing heroes die to the cleave.
I just can't believe it. Like, OG like they're seen as one of the teams with like the best vision, like the way they read the map and read these team fights. They just got like they're tunnel visioning hard on that Timber Saw, and they get tons of time for it.
They find mid one here, which they might just help. Sentry's down into the silence. They've got to get him out of here. Can they kill him in time? Oh, he's away to the side. No-Tail's not going to be able to take him out. The relocate's put to an end. They have got the backup now. As mid one, he's going to try and fight back. Turns towards 9 now without the Dream Coil. Things to get a little area for Tundra. Oh, no, they're able to jump. But it's still, mid one still goes down. They get the jump straight back over to him. Mid one, even without the threat of the coil, no coil, it's already been used. Tundra is still able to find a way of getting in on top of the Weaver, and mid one's still at dying.
Bottom tower is under attack.
I mean, these devs now, again, you see the net worth, it says it's even, but the way the last 2 fights have gone down, you said it, OG, they've got to clean things up a little bit as Tundra, they're starting to make these mid-game fights look easy.
They're just straight up outplaying him, Owen. I mean,
yeah.
Poor 9. 9 is making news. He has treads and a Witchblade, and he's looked unstoppable in these fights. I don't even know how it's possible. And Skeeter somehow he's just killing everyone. He's been present for 21 out of 23 kills.
I mean, you know, yeah, BSJ probably needs to watch this game. You said you don't like playing us against Weaver. Skeeter's showing you exactly how it's done. He's killing the Weaver.
It might be like maybe you just needed a BKB on mid one, and he still doesn't have it queued up, but he's just dying to these silences. No-Tail has the mech, like he'll be able to keep him somewhat sustained, but like that fight, that's just, I mean, Seb wasn't there. The hook came in, Thompson hadn't connected just yet either, and again, like Seb has a Midas. He has Ags complete now. This is the timing OG we're waiting for, and also probably why he wasn't present in that last engagement. All of a sudden, the Elder Titan is a force to be reckoned with, but again, it doesn't matter if mid one can't stay alive.
It's going to get harder as well, you know, Skeeter, he's getting to that point, you know, the bash is nearly out.
Running again.
See, mid one, he's getting in, Dream Coil has been set down here, 9's off to the side. Off to the orb, Thompson, he's ready to chase in. Commits with the Remnant, 9. He will fall. He's in on the mid one. Mid one's going to get out for time now. He's out for time. He's trying to get with the mid one. He's never going to win. Juicy No-Tail comes in with save. Tethers in to heal him up. Skeeter's going to turn his efforts over towards Thompson. If the BKB, Skeeter can keep on fighting. He's able to punch down, take down Thompson. Skeeter trapped in the cold stone. Thatcher, he's able to hold him in position. Skeeter's trying to run, but OG will dive in. Take him down the once. The age is gone. Skeeter. He's going to be ready for round 2. He's out with a blink. He's away to the high ground. Skeeter will manage to make it away. A buyback from Fodder comes in. Got to be careful around this tower, though. No-Tail the mid one. They're ready to chase him. They'll find the CM Fodder. He fought back for this. He's dying. He's been slept. He'll go down. Skeeter trying to commit it onto mid one. Skeeter, he's going for the Weaver kill. Can he quite find it? He's trying to chase. Mid one, he's running. A few more hits will do it, but mid one's able to play him out this time. Skeeter will go down. 33 jumps across the chain. He's on top of mid one, but the sleep there from Seb. They hold the Timber in place. This time, OG, they're able to get back on top. And it's their turn to clean up.
Under attack.
Yeah, the key there, 9 died. 9 was not necessarily caught out of position, but the team wasn't ready. Tundra have been winning these fights off the back of combos. The coil, the silence, Skeeter's damage, the Earth Spirit roll in. If they don't have that synergy to find burst kills, they will not win the team fight. OG thrive in these long engagements as we just witnessed. It doesn't matter that Fado put back. He's dead in 2 seconds once he's found. OG wants skirmishes, Tundra want execution. And if OG can continue to find fights around their vision like that, force spells to be utilized before the Tundra allies are ready to follow up, that's a huge edge for them. I mean, they're gonna have Satanic on mid one pretty soon. This next Roche fight might just decide everything. But yeah, you gotta be really cautious. Like 9 has played so much better than he should have been able to as a puck in this game, but he has to keep it up for them to actually take the W here.
Hiding deep. Seconds. Big wave here though.
Skeeter a little too over aggressive there. I think he was praying for a bash, but unfortunately he hasn't completed that item yet. Had he, I think that might have been a different engagement. Now Fada, adios.
33 helping him out, but you're right, they're relocating in on this. The Fada will fall. They lose stacks for it. Mid-one is going to try and look towards Viper. Viper's up in the air with the York. The core's down onto them. They're onto Mid-one. Mid-one, he's got to get out of there. He's lost his iron. No-Tail goes down. Mid-one's got to be very careful here. Can Thompson Seb help him turn around and fight back into this? Skeeter has used the BKB in the array.
The big difference maker, Seb, he is a real hero now with that Ags. BKB, 2-second duration per hero that gets hit by that Spirit. plus a massive damage increase. Plus, you're removing all base armor and base magic armor from these Radiant heroes. So Ursa, you know, that means 0. Like 0 armor, 0 magic resist. He is just straight up naked when he's in the presence of Seb. If the BKB isn't active, that's the key. So it's really the BKB usage from Skeeter that we're gonna have to watch here. Also the Mindbreaker, huge pickup. That is potentially game winning against mid one when you consider he still does not have a BKB.
He's going for the full tanky build. Satanic done, looking for the butterfly next, and knows these heroes don't really want to be buying any sort of strike. The evasion will be nice. I mean, with Satanic and Butterfly, it is going to be very hard for Tundra to take him out, even during the descent.
Oh, for sure. It really does get easier for OG as the game wears on. Like, it's Elder Titan. Especially, you know, I criticize the Midas from Seb, but it's paid off by now. Like, he's got 2 levels on his Ember at this point, and he's going to be massive. Halberd next item, Orb of Corruption, or Destruction, rather. And now they can control the enemy triangle. Roche might spawn in 20 seconds.
Dire are scanning.
Thompson. The charge to make the jump. Is he going to be able to find 9-9? Oh, 9 wasn't quite ready for this. They open. James, but he's able to dodge the sweep. He's out to the side. They relocate in on this. He'll hold them back with the coil. 9, he was able to react in time. They didn't have to follow up. 9 is able to ensure that Tundra won't lose anyone from OG.
Oh, but they think he TP'd. Look at the positioning. Seb sniffing it out.
The bounty rim, but there's the jump. As soon as he's on it, you say Tundra there with a big brain play, hiding in the shadows and expecting OG to feel relaxed after that movement and not be prepared for Tundra to be standing where they did. 33 diving in to start to get more information. Skeeter's going to be TPing over toward the tier 2 so he can start to come out on the lane and meet up with them over to the side. Viper's already gone in. See what the Stars wants to out to Skeeter. He's going to jump more straight and commit to the BKB. He's onto mid-one. Can they really bring mid-one down? Another Stucci gets mid-one out and off to the side. There's No Tail's taking him away. 9. That dream call in 20 seconds. They're jumping into burst. No Tail's up in the air. Mid-one. He's looking for Flutter, but Flutter, he's able to turn. He's got the route. Mid-one out with the time lapse for Stucci. He's got to run now. They've lost 3 OG. 9. He's going to have that coil pretty soon. 5 seconds until it. Mid-one cannot afford to play close to this. He's got to get right out of here, and he will. Mid-one makes his way back to base. Thompson will try his best to clear the wave out, but a wave has already reached the tier 2, so Tundra can put some pressure onto the tower with this.
Oh my god. Oh, and my heart is racing. I can't imagine how these guys are doing. This game is nuts. 31-28, 31 minutes in. I still don't know who's truly ahead. I feel like OG's in a great spot, and then all of a sudden Tundra make this huge galaxy brain play around this bottom bounty rune. Like, there's no way you expect them to be camping there as 4 after you've just chased 9 into the trees, plus forced the coil.
I mean, out of all the heroes and players in this game, who do you think is sweating the most? Like, whose game can crumble in an instant in a fight if they make a sort of a...
Both, really. I mean, Tundra, the thing is, Tundra has to get the initiation or the perfect follow-up. Like, both, it pretty much is bait 3-3. You got to dangle 3-3 out and hope that your team can counter.
Oh, she's in. Thompson. Not to get the chains onto Varda. Got the call down on the back. Over the Weaver there. He needs help. He's not going to be able to get it. That's Skeeter there. 100-0 the Weaver. And now Skeeter, he's ready to try and sell for more. Unless OG can fight back these hits from Seb. And they're hurting as Skeeter's down to the low ground. Thompson chasing in. Skeeter will fall. That's up. First down by the silence.
May you ride
the rest of Tundra will back up. Try and make sure that this stays just the 2-for-1 and OG don't get anything more. And they will. They get the rest of them out of there.
I love how Fada's played this now. Look at his items. 2 fluffy hats, a 4-step. He's the one carrying the essence ring. He's just like, yeah, keep coming for me. I know how this game is played. They do not have the burst to kill him that 13th time. Like, this fight though, like, imagine if mid-one can just get his ultimate off, Tundra gets wiped. But they 100-0 him. The thing is, Skeeter has to blow everything. The BKB, the Enrage. He also has the shard to get Enrage off the 6 hits. And he's just dead. Seb, look how hard. Seb is like 3-shotting him.
These hits from Seb are ridiculous. Yeah,
He's got 100%
yeah.
cleave now on the ET.
I mean, he's the carry. You know, so say, you know, step aside, mid one. I've got this one under control. And I mean, he can start going for the real big right-clicking items now as well if he wants. We'll see what he wants to farm up. He's going to get that money very quick. You know, this talent, you know, an incredible amount of farming and aggressive potential. You know, sure, you don't normally think about cleavers being that insane in a fight, but when it's 100%, then, you know, you're close to sort of a mini Kunka.
Yeah. And oh, every hero, his spirit hits, plus 105 damage.
Side Thompson. Catch on by, but they'll jump in. They've got a Hex onto Thompson. Going to drop the Dream Core down in here as well. On for 3 of them. 33 heading forward. But rolling in with the control. They're on to Midbourne. Midbourne's beside him. Smash. Midbourne's down. Skeeter's able to take him out. The question is, can he do more this time? They've got to deal with Seb. Skeeter turns over on Seb. He's able to pull it back onto the helmet. Down onto Skeeter. Skeeter's still stacking up the spikes. Seb's got to keep this distance. They'll turn. Burst through Saxa. Byron with the roll and he lands the connection. Octon. They've got a Hex onto Thompson. Thompson also goes down. It's 3 dead on OG and it's not going to stop here. Fiverr rolls into no-tail. Seb, he's trying to kite them out off to the side. Can Seb do something insane with the spirit? See how much damage he gets built up here. He's got a fair bit more. He'll run down Skeeter. Here comes Seb. With no-tail coming across as well. This buyback from no-tail. Give him some extra power to Seb to help him fight back. Seb, you're going to be able to find next. He's heading up to the high ground. No-tail, he's just going to take him out.
The spirit.
Seb goes. Okay, leaves it behind. He leaves it behind. He left it behind Seb because Seb wants to fight. Seb says, don't you dare take me out of here. I've got some faces to smash. Seb, thinking about going back in. He's going to have the spirit again in a few seconds. See who can he catch here. It's 9. Very low. Father goes down in the river.
This game is crazy. It's all about the spirit. Seb is toying with them. When spirit is active, he has a rapier and BKB. When it's not, he's like an annoying 4 position. Like, and the cleave, like, oh my goodness.
So much damage.
What is this hero?
Seb's doing it. It honestly, in these fights now, it seems like it. OG, they've harnessed Midbourne's power of dying for a greater good here. That's the plan. They're like, Midbourne, you go in, you die, and that's their initiative. That's the plan, and it's working.
Okay, hang on. Oh, get a little chance to relax and unwind real fast. What is this? It's a Roche for OG. The sheep stick on 3-3 has been huge. He's the only one who really could itemize for it because 9, you know, you need this Ags. Too good in this game. And it's your only real control against the Elder Titan. But the Hex has been allowing them to get kills on these very mobile OG cores, notably the Ember Spirit of Thompson. Man, what a game. And I actually look at what Skeeter's queued up, the AC, it's necessary. Because he's going to 0 armor.
Yeah. Absolutely, against all these physical hitters as well. Thompson, One, and Seb, they're all punching. Yeah, that sort of flat additional armor necessity against the.
I actually think that instead of the Glimmer he has queued up, that Biver needs to get a Vlad's. Like, I cannot overstate just how every point of armor is more valuable when you're at 0. Like, there's diminishing returns on plus armor. Well, actually, no, not technically. The percentage of damage reduction decreases because diminishing returns, but every point of armor gives you 5% EHP, effective HP against physical damage. So if you just go from 0 to 4 on Skeeter, you have 20% more survivability, plus the lifesteal factor, plus the damage.
Be able to take this Roche pretty quickly here. Seb, start putting for that right. He is the bash end pistol. Next plan. There we go. Now they're going to have a definite struggle here. It's fine. Midbourne with the Aegis. Have to take him down twice. They took it really just opting for the one to top. They try and catch 9. 9, he's going to have to blink out. No, he's not able to get it off in time.
I think he tried to blink the wrong direction there. You can typically get it off after phase shift, but you have to be turning the right way. And update, it's actually 6% EHP, not 5. So those extra points of armor are actually even more effective. than I had spoken. So yeah, my main point is buy armor, aura items, please. Somebody on Tundra. It'll help me out a bunch.
Oh, Thompson!
Okay.
Find Thompson immediately there with that jump. 33. He's going to create the distraction, give time for Skeeter to reset. Prism Rage to come back off cooldown. As Mid wants, you want to dive in for this, he does. He's looking for Fada. Finish him off the spirit as well. Skeeter, he's ready with the counter play. Off the BKB for this, but he's going to hook shot it by Stacks, so the BKB is soon to come to an end. Skeeter's going to get taken out. He's down for 95. And he does not have the money for buyback. They've got to be very careful now for this 90 seconds, Tundra, as OG, they've got a huge amount of room to work.
Middle tower is under attack.
How do you fight them at this point, Owen? If you don't have the ability to kill OG, if you have for just one moment the fear of being right-clicked, like that fight's over. And I last time I bring it up, if this Ursa keeps playing without any plus armor, he will not be able to play Dota 2 when his BKB and Enrage are down.
He's been axed. They're going to be able to kill him once. Take him down, they get rid of that Aegis. And they do it a second time. They remove Untail. The 33's out of first round. They've got the root. But they've got any further control. The mid-one can still have a shooting way, but Step goes down because of this. And now mid-one's been silenced. He's trying to run. They're in, he's able to get the time up top just in time, but Marty's got the further control with the frostbite. The Hex is out for 33. They're in on the mid-one.
What?
Stacks he's got to see they've got the Yules to cancel it. What the? Oh my goodness.
How did that happen?
How did that went terribly. Carl, what happened?
I don't know.
Ursa is dead.
I have no idea.
They just lost an Aegis and lost 4 heroes immediately after against a team that doesn't have their bloody carrier line.
Well, to be fair, in the fights, they don't really have him alive for very long either, but like No Tail is tethered into the base. I don't think he expected to get pushed up high ground from that, so he's just another casualty, so there's no help for this Weaver. And Seb's just dead because he didn't get Spirit back, so he has no innate BKB, and he's just dead.
Dude, that's got to be terrifying for OG in that position. They just lost a fight with Aegis, and whilst the enemies didn't have a carrier line.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
I mean, I don't even know. I really just, I mean, I'm glad mid-one, he's also realized what he's done wrong. He's got half of his 5th item done and has realized, finally, I need a BKB. So both carry players really just not itemizing properly to ensure survival, and it's going to be a race to see who can get it first. And I look at Skeeter, he's got the plate mail, baby. He's been listening.
He's got
Thank you.
He's enjoying the car, but I hope he's not. He knows what you say. He's got to get this on mine. I mean, Seb obviously working for sort of the answers to that. He's also getting his AC, so he'll have something to counteract it.
Yep. And mid-one, it's the BKB. Like, he's just dying in these silences.
Yeah, he's got to get this. He's going to have it pretty short. 1,500 gold and the BK there. And OG, they're going to come out with the smoke.
Close. Okay, we have 25s up. 23 got the whirling depth. He's actually almost 27. So 10% more attribute reduction. And then Ursa, of course, getting the overpower attacks. He'll have the shard too, so it's a guaranteed proc in 1 overpower. I guess it is with 6 as well, but you get what I'm going. It's just more damage. That's the key. And you get 3 enrage hits off with single overpower. Soxa looking to finish Ags. No Tail has the Holy Lock and a little bit extra healing. Thompson going for, I don't even know, he's got a Kayak queued up and a Sanj at the moment.
Radiant's bottom tower.
And Seb's, yep, the AC is on the way for the Elder Titan. Skeeter would love to buy his, but I think he has to save for buyback here. The Glimmer is up on Biver. Puck has a Chrysalis now. He's also got Dream Coil Rapid Fire, so that's a lot of added damage. It's going to come into these team fights.
Oh, this is nice for Seb as well. He finds himself a Minotaur. You know, of course, having the Ags, you never want to buy a BKB as well, but this Minotaur horn can help you against the little things and give that time and chance for the spirit to actually return to you and allow you to pop.
Exactly. It allows you to get a spirit off if you're CC'd, and that was the trouble in the last fight. If you catch 1 silence, you're suddenly susceptible to being chain stunned to death, whereas now Minotaur, couple spirit, and like you're just now you can't even really fight him because he's hitting for 500.
No, that I'm really good.
Going in top.
They're in. Onto mid-one. He's gonna get bashed. And no token for one. Good hex. Got the silence. There's the other match. Midpoint's down. Midpoint's going to buy back for this. But Saxon's gone. Seb's charging in. No-tail up to the side being controlled and taken out. They're down two. Skeeter's going to turn towards Thompson. Thompson, he's been bashed. He's got to keep running another bash for Skeeter. Thompson's going to go down. As Midpoint, he's trying to bring down Skeeter, and they will get him. Viper rolls in across, and buyback from Thompson as well. Viper's just going to go to TP out. The sleep not in time. Viper will escape. That is a mid one and a Thompson buyback. They want to find more people than just Skeeter. See if they can catch 9. 9's out with the orb. Gonna have to blink back up. Actually, didn't. I think he had the chance.
No buyback. He has no buyback for 2 minutes.
Why didn't he blink? Did I miss that? I swear he had blink. He could have blinked and then Waning Rift, but he didn't. He's dead. Maybe he was scared of someone on the high ground, but everybody.
He didn't have
dead.
patience though. Yeah, but he might have just been like caught thinking there. You know?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
You've got heroes with a lot of mobility on all sides, but yeah, unfortunately, no buyback. I think OG should know this. 2 minutes and a half on the timer. So if anyone's tracking it, they know it's 4 and 5.
This is a big window for us. But of course, Skeeter himself, he does have buyback. Skeeter can get in on the action, but he'd have to sort of hold the fort against the full 5 of OG.
Do you know what? It was the Stormcraft proc, it looks like.
Oh, it could have been. That absolutely could have been one course.
Yeah, from Thompson. Man,
Yeah.
these neutral items are just, there's too much to track right now.
33.
Radiant's
Like they
top
did
tower
most of the
is
game.
under
Just
attack.
ignore him.
Job of cleaning these waves out, though. I think let's push hard for OG, and of course, OG, if they don't get away with anything before 9's back up, now they're going to have to be playing a very scary game where they themselves have run that risk of losing mid one or Thompson. They're going to be dead for 2 minutes. From the side, Thompson get a hex. It's 33 playing with it for now. OG now blind the tier 3. They are a little cautious about sticking around. So with this long timer of 9 being dead, only getting the tier 3 tower, they won't actually be able to get anything more against this. So, once 9's back up, they're going to be in a very, very precarious position with their buybacks.
This game, I mean, we got a lot of celebs in chat. Shout out to one of them, Dendy. He's always talked about how this game, Dota 2, when you get to this part of the game, it's no longer Dota. It's just chaos. Who gets the stun off first? Who gets bashed? Somebody dies. That's that. And if you look at this, I mean, the level 25 is all coming out now for most of these heroes. But Thompson's got the item that can equalize. We see this a lot more in China than in Europe, but Aeon Disc is queued up. He probably should have gone for that before the Kai Assange because he's been dying so much in these hex combos, these chain bashes, but now he's no longer really that target to start off fights. And so far, Tundra found a lot of success just getting that initial pick off. But if you blow Ursa BKB hex on a target that then survives, it's a completely different fight then for OG, and they can start to create more space. And look at that, even an Aeon Disc on mid one, not going for the BKB.
I mean, I like it. That could save it.
It's one way to deal with silence.
Go for Roche. OG's on the way over though. They've got the dream call down onto Thompson. They're trying to deal with Thompson. Thompson buying some time with the Stormcraft and out the stealth field. They're going to be able to catch on the way down. They do that for the hex. Thompson, he's able to get out of there. Inside. No-tails in with the stage. Skeeter now jumps over towards Midmon, but the Yale just gives Midmon the chance to get out. Skeeter turns over towards Saxon, but he's been disarmed and taken out. Seb just cleaning up with the cleave, the triple kill. For Seb, mass buybacks coming out from Tundra. Tundra in the mid lane as they're chasing down Barda. Barda will get found here. 3 buybacks from Tundra. Make that 4.
Doesn't have one. What a fight. The save from No-Tail on Thompson.
He was dead for sure.
Oh, for sure. And then the Aeon Disc comes alive to save mid one. And it was like we said, like Seb just straight up 2-shot the puck. You don't kill the Weaver in the open, and that's that. That's the fight. Skeeter's dead.
Can't do anything about this Roche. Tundra. It's scary. They spend a lot of buybacks here. They get to jump onto the Saxon. At the same time, they're moving on to Steph, but Roche has falling down. Mid-1 and No-Tail, they're finishing it off. As they are going to be able to claim it. Mid-1 grabs the Aegis, then the cheese. Over to the side. Skeeter being caught by the sleep. And now they're going to chase Skeeter. He's got to be very careful. He's got BKB in 5 seconds. There's going to be a buyback from Saxon. Skeeter, he's trying to run. BKB in a second. He's going to get glimmered. A little bit of time to take him to the side as Mid-1's hunting, but he's been hexed. Skeeter, he's now ready to turn. Look on the back.
They got him.
He's going to go down the ones.
Thompson's stuck on the cliff.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is. He's going
to have Brendan in a couple of seconds. He's going to have Brendan in a couple of seconds. To be able to rejoin them there. Facing down 33 off the side to get the chains on the piper, but he already got out with the roll. 33. Have they got the damage for him? They do. Hook shots out. That's 33 dead for 2 minutes. They'll get one of the heroes.
What a game. Shard now up on top. The Aeon disc soon. At this point, you know, OG, they had 2 minutes without Puck. Now it's 2 minutes without Timber. Is that enough? Can you get something out of this base? You probably want to wait for like the Aeon discs to come up.
Yeah. Cooldowns. Okay, they're pretty much there. For 10 seconds, and mid one's gonna have his Aeon disc good to go again.
Yep. Getting the Aegis was huge though. Butterfly complete. The damage output's starting to get real spooky if it wasn't already. But what do you do, OG? Do you just push for throne? You know that it's a 4-on-5. No, they go bot racks.
I think, yeah, take the objectives in.
Abyssal on set.
Skeeter. He's going up. Skeeter's gonna get hooked. Skeeter, he needs help, but he needs it now. He's popping in range. The drink goes down on the tournament. There comes Step. Steps in onto the bear. Skeeter has so much trouble here. Skeeter will go down. Nine also will force the bash to come out from Step. Step just running them down one by one, as that will be it. 5 dead, no buybacks.
Radiant
will easily be able to close this game up now. As this series of best of ones, this is best of one against Tundra. And well, the games, they're starting to get crazy today here, Carl. This was on your edge of your seat one, really, for both teams. OG able to wrap it up in the end.
They had to work for that one though, Owen. They had to work real damn hard. You know, shout out to Tundra. They put on a hell of a fight.
Yeah.
I just, wow, what a game. Shout out to Seb. I feel like his ET is the only reason OG